Hey everyone! Gonna talk about some manifesting today. First we're gonna jam out. Cause I choose, and if you're jumping on, say hello. Even if you're on the replay, where are you jumping on from?
I woke up one day for the first time with a new glimmer in my eye. I saw my life like a movie where my life had passed me by. I will live to the fullest. I had no regrets.
All right, let's do some manifesting conversation today. Cause I choose. Wendy's talking as well. All right, let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome. This is Wendy. Wendy, you barking? Okay, she's walking away now. Okay, so we're gonna talk about manifesting today. So if you're jumping on, say hello. Hey Bernice, what's up? So good to hear from you. And where are you guys jumping on from? So today I want to talk to you guys about some tips for manifesting quickly and easily. And there's a lot of stuff on manifesting out there, but I have done a lot of manifesting. Hey, Bernice, good to see you too, fellow manifesting queen. So I've done a lot of manifesting of some crazy stuff, and I've learned what works and what doesn't. And so I wanted to share a few tips with you guys on this today, especially because recently, sorry, my computer's going crazy over here. Recently, I've had a lot of things manifest, and it's been blowing my mind. So even though I teach manifesting, it never fails to surprise me when things manifest that I wasn't expecting, or things manifest faster and easier than I could have imagined. So I wanted to share with you guys a bit about that today. Also, we've got the new moon tomorrow. So the new moon is a great time to do your manifesting. It's a good time to set intentions, to kind of refocus every month on what it is you want to create into your life. So who is jumping on? I see a bunch of you guys have jumped on, and I just want to hear from you guys. So with every live video I do, it's really interactive. So please leave comments, questions, take notes in the comment box if you'd like, sharing some of the things that I say. It also helps other people if they miss something. And so I will have you guys take a couple of notes as we go through so that we can remember all the 3 tips. So first of all, I wanted to talk about the first tip for manifesting. So that is to have a clear focus, or to know what you want. And I know it can be hard for people when they don't necessarily know what they want. So I'm just going to use my example of music, because that's been my most recent thing that has manifested that has really blown my mind. And I'm really excited to share with you about that. But basically, maybe, how long has it been now? Probably 6 years ago, I went to a seminar that really opened up my mind to a whole new version of reality. I had a connection to energy, and I feel like my whole entire being shifted and transformed. And so what happened was, at the end of the seminar, we had this fun little talent show, and I decided to go up and sing. And so I went on and I sang this Etta James song at last, and it was so cool because everyone was like, wow, that was so great. Like, keep singing, whatever you do, keep singing. And so it was like, I had this profound healing experience at the seminar, and then I had this experience of singing and feeling how awesome it is to sing, and then all this feedback from people saying, keep singing. And so from that moment, I had this feeling of like, okay, I gotta do something about this music singing thing. I don't know what it's gonna be, but there's definitely been this like fire that's been turned on inside me, and it's like there's something there that I can't ignore. But I had no idea how that was gonna happen because, you know, I was a chiropractor. I was all into sciences and you know, my professional career. So for me, like, pursuing anything musical was just kind of random, you know? So anyway, but I had this feeling and this knowing that, okay, I meant to do something with singing. I don't know what it is. And so many years went by, and I always had this vision of singing and and performing, but I wasn't sure how that was going to happen. So even though it took many years to get to this point where I've actually released a song, if you guys haven't heard the song yet, it's on Spotify and iTunes. Hey Helen, thank you for commenting. How's it going? And also love to hear from you guys jumping on. Where are you jumping on from? And would love to see your comments as we go through this chat. So, so I had many years go by before any real action was taken on this singing dream or vision. And actually, initially it started out as singing with my energetic healing work. So has anyone here been to an energetic alignment with me, or have been to a sound bath? And so if you have, I do a lot of singing and making sounds. And so that was my initial way of starting to use my voice more. But I still held on to this vision of wanting to do something with singing and music. So I didn't really know how the heck it was gonna happen. Hey Vicky, thanks for the love. I appreciate all the love hearts, you guys. So I really didn't know how the heck it was gonna happen. It really didn't even make sense to me. And I love you too, Vicky. And so that's what the first point I want to make to you guys is that when we're manifesting, we need to know what we want, but it doesn't mean you have to know exactly what that is. So I have had many things that I have set intentions for, that I've manifested, that I wanted, but I didn't know the details. So I didn't know how I was going to create music and manifest that. I didn't know how I was going to, back in the day, I wanted to move out of my chiropractic practice and have like a kind of an online healing business. I didn't know how that was going to happen, and I just left it open. I just made the decision, I want to be free of my practice and work with more people globally. And then I ended up getting an opportunity in a way that I never thought was possible. I ended up working with a family in Australia and being supported, you know, while working with them for a year, and I could transition into a whole new way of working. So a lot of times it's nice to have kind of an open, maybe not a lot of details in what you're asking for, because you can often get a lot of positive feedback and opportunities that lead you in a direction that you would have never thought of. Cool. Helen says the energetic alignment is awesome. Yay! I remember that day. That was really awesome. So, so it's okay to not know for sure what it is you want, but you got to know at least general idea of what it is you want for manifesting. So you got to have a vision or a dream. And if it's a really big vision, that's okay. You know, dream big. You wouldn't have that vision if you hadn't you wouldn't have that vision if it wasn't, you know, meant to happen in some way. So the next tip is to, well, first, can you guys write that in the comments so we have little notes as we go through? So the first tip is to know what you want. So that's the first tip for manifesting. The second tip that I have been, that has been really confirmed for me in the past couple of weeks is trust and surrender. So when I started to, when I started recording my songs, and I had I was working with a producer, and I have a friend who was sort of giving me some guidance and sort of mentoring me on, okay, here's the things that you need to do to record your song, and here's how you can get it online. And so I was so grateful to have this mentor. But she told me, I've actually had a few people tell me about the music industry, and they said, oh, you know, it's very hard to get your music on the radio or on the charts when it's your first song release, especially if you don't have a record label. So there's like all these barriers to getting your music out there without a record label, and if it's like you're, you know, beginning at music. So I'm going into it thinking, okay, I'm starting music with very little knowledge and experience, and I don't know how the heck we're gonna get this music, you know, out to the world. So I had to trust and surrender. So the second tip for manifesting is to trust and surrender. So what I've found, and this is probably one of the key ingredients to manifesting your visions or dreams into reality, is that you have to trust that it's going to work out and surrender to how it unfolds. So there's been many times where I had no idea how certain things that I wanted would manifest. And I just had to be like, all right, universe, if it's meant to happen, then it will happen. So like, for example, when I was in Brazil and I was stuck there during COVID, and I was like, oh, I really want to make a music video. And I couldn't find anyone with my research. I couldn't figure it out on my own. So I said, all right, universe, if I'm meant to do this music video, then you're gonna have to show me the way. And then about a week or so later, I met a film director while swimming in the ocean. Okay, so it was actually in that surrender of letting go that the opportunity and the right person at the right time showed up. And this happened really recently with my music. Another amazing thing that came about was I knew that radio was going to be really hard to get my song on the radio, and I didn't think it was even going to really realistically be possible for my first song. And then the amazing thing is that one of my friends, she shared this song when I released it. She shared it on her profile, and a radio host that she was friends with saw it and said, hey, can I want to hear the song. And so then next thing you know, the song was being played in Sydney on the radio. And then another crazy thing happened. About a year ago, I got onto an airplane, and actually around this time I had just recorded my music just over a year ago. And I was even saying, like, I need to manifest radio connections. I don't know how, but I'm just putting it out there to the universe. So I get on an airplane, and I'm sitting on the sitting next to this really nice guy, and he says, and we start talking, and he was really into my Bali retreat, and this was right before COVID hit, so at that point I was gonna have a retreat very soon, and he was like, oh yeah, I do advertising on radio stations. And I was like, oh wow, that's cool. It's like, I have some music that I'm gonna release at some point, and maybe you can help me out in some way with that. And so now, almost a year later, he reached out to me and said, hey, I'm gonna connect you with radio stations in Australia and in Hawaii, and let's see if we can get your song on the radio. So there's another opportunity that just kind of manifests and synchronized after putting the intention out there to get on the radio. And then another friend who I used to know through this Tony Robbins seminars, we haven't talked in probably a couple of years, he also reached out and said that he had a radio station and would like to put my song on the radio in Mexico. So it was like, wow, the normal paradigm that I think we all live in is that, oh, we have to work really hard and we have to do all these things to prove ourselves, and we have to, do the things to get to this level, to get a certain level of success. And the amazing thing is that when you manifest and when you have these certain steps that you do in manifesting, you end up jumping past a lot of that hard work and effort. Like my perception was that I was gonna have to be working nonstop to try to get my song on the radio. And in the end, I ended up manifesting 3 different opportunities to get my song on the radio. Okay, so this has been blowing my mind over the past week because it's just another example of how manifesting really works, and it works well, And so that second tip that I'm just gonna repeat for you guys is that you have to trust and surrender. So about 2 weeks ago, I was manifesting, and I was like, you know what? I don't know how the radio thing's gonna happen. I was like, I'm really busy. I don't have a lot of time to figure that out. I was like, if it's gonna happen, I'm just gonna give it up to the universe and let the universe take care of it. And guess what? It did. So that's step number 2, or tip number 2. Okay, so if you guys are watching, the first one, some of you guys just jumped on. The first one is know what you want. So someone could write that in the comments, take some notes here. Number 1 is know what you want. And then the second one is to trust and surrender. So now the third tip for manifesting is energy. Raising your energy or adding energy to yourself and what you want. Okay, so some of you guys may not have a understanding of how to feel or connect to energy, and that's okay. So there's a couple of ways that we can start to raise our energy state, because when we are at a higher energy state, we become like a magnet for good things. So I know a lot of you guys have gone to Tony Robbins seminars, or you've come to my retreats or seminars, and you ever notice how when you're in that seminar environment, your energy is really elevated and you just start to manifest things while you're there, like good opportunities just pop up while you're there, or they show up right after the seminar? That's because you have raised your energy state when you were in that setting of more people and focusing on yourself and doing good things for yourself. So when we raise our energy, we start to attract the things we want much easier. So there's a couple of ways that you can raise your energy state, okay? First one is through healing work. So I talk about this all the time, and I know a lot of people are kind of like, oh, I don't want to work on my emotions, but the truth is that if you really want to manifest quickly and easily, then you got to do the healing work to release any negative emotion or negative thought patterns, traumas, and all that stuff that's getting in the way of you manifesting what you want. So that's where I have helped thousands of people all around the globe to start manifesting better through healing. So I basically developed healing processes to help people release all that heavy negative energy and that blocked up energy so that they can start raising their energy and focusing their energy into what they want. So that's super, super helpful to raise your energy, healing. So if you need any help with healing work, let me know. I've got an online course that takes you through that, and also a mastermind where we do healing work together. And then another way to raise your energy so that you can become a magnet for what you want and for what you're manifesting is to connect with people who are also working on themselves or raising their energy state, or who are in a higher vibration than you. So you ever notice when you go, like, maybe you go out for lunch with someone that you just met, and they're just like they just have such a great energy, and by the time you finish the lunch, you feel better than when you started. And so being in the presence of someone who operates at a higher energy state will naturally raise your energy state. that's why, like I said earlier, when you go to like a seminar or retreat, you're around a bunch of people who are working on themselves and you're focusing on your well-being and health. So you're raising your energy state just by being in that field or in that group of people. So it's really important, it's really helpful to surround yourself with people that are doing good things, that are growing, evolving, or that are just generally positive or of a higher energy state. So I think they say, like, I don't know who came up with this, but someone out there in the personal development world said that you are basically influenced by the 5 people that you're around the most. And so if you look at those 5 people and see, okay, what are they doing? What are they living? What are they acting like? How's their energy? Then you can start to see where you're operating, you know? And so sometimes we have to reevaluate how much time and energy we're spending with certain people that, you know, maybe Debbie Downers or, you know, there's just people out there that their go-to conversation is a complaining or being negative or negative self-talk. And, you know, it's not that they're bad people, unfortunately, it's just that a lot of people don't know any better. And so it's really important to cultivate your life. Cultivate how much time do you spend with people that enrich you? How much time do you spend filling your mind with positive things? How much time do you spend on taking care of yourself, doing things that help raise your energy? So when you start to work on this and you raise your energy state, then even if you aren't actively manifesting things, you're just gonna naturally be a magnet for things that are going to light you up or that are gonna be better for you. So that's the third one. So go ahead and write this down. We did the first one. So if someone wants to write some notes in the comments, that would be great. The first tip for manifesting is to know what you want, even if you don't have all the details. Sometimes it's better to not have the details. So first, know what you want in general. The second tip is to trust and surrender. And the third tip is to raise your energy state. So the third one is raise your energy state. And the 2 ways to raise your energy state quickly is through healing work, right? Clearing out all the stuff that's lower energy, and so that you can be in a higher energy state. And the other way is to surround yourself with people that are of a higher energy state, you know, or just have a general positive influence on you. So those are really easy ways to raise your energy. And then you just become this magnet for all the stuff you want. And so that's the beauty of manifesting. And so for me, with the raising energy, I have noticed on my path of healing and doing the work on myself that every time I healed something and released something from my past, then it would create an opening and raise my energy, and I would manifest new opportunities. So it's like every time I work on myself, there's like a new potential, a new opportunity that shows up. So yeah, it's great. So those are the tips for manifesting. And so tomorrow we've got the new moon, and so you want to basically be focusing on manifesting for the new moon, because it's the new beginning of each month. So I'm really excited to hear what you guys are gonna manifest for this new moon. Thank you, Stephen, for writing some notes. You are the best. So I'm curious to hear from you guys now. What are you gonna be manifesting for this new moon, or just in general? What do you want to manifest? It could be something like I want to manifest a new job, or I want to manifest a new relationship with a soulmate, or I want to manifest a certain amount of money. So what do you guys want to manifest? Go ahead and write it in the comments. I'm so curious to hear from you guys. And so today I had a mastermind actually so I have a mastermind where we meet every week and we focus on what we're manifesting. And so, and it's so great because we're all coming together, we're all working on ourselves. Sometimes we do healing work. So we're really raising our energy state every week. And then we focus on what we want to manifest together. So when you have a group of people focusing on the same thing, it adds energy to it. So manifesting is actually sped up when it's in a group, which is super awesome. So today we went around in our group online in the mastermind, and we all shared one big thing that we're wanting to manifest. And then we did a meditation and a breathing process to add energy to that and to accelerate the manifesting process. Super cool. It's actually been really amazing how quickly people have been manifesting things in the mastermind each week. Oh, cool. Stephen wants to manifest a harp. I love that. I have always wanted a harp actually, but just one of those. They have these little small harps that are like really good for sound healing, so I'm told. And he also wants to manifest clients for coaching. Cool. All right, we'll send some energy out to that. Anybody else? What else do you guys want to manifest? What are your big goals or visions that you would like to come to life? And if you share it in the comments, just the fact that I'm reading it or that other people are reading it is going to add energy to it. And remember, one of the tips for manifesting is energy. So the more energy we add to it, the faster it's going to manifest. And the great thing is you don't have to know exactly how or all the details for how it's going to happen. With manifesting, you just don't worry about the how. You just got to know generally what it is you want. Hi, Rosanna. So great to have you here and welcome. Lots of love to you in Australia. So Rosanna, what do you want to manifest for this new moon? We have a new moon. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the congrats. It's been an amazing journey this past month with the song release, and one of the inspiration for doing this live video is because I manifested so many crazy things that I didn't think were possible. So I'm super excited about that and inspired to share with you guys about manifesting because it works. It works over and over again. It's just proven to work. All right, anyone else? Anyone else want to share what they're manifesting? Are you guys being shy? If you're watching on replay, feel free to leave comments as well. I do respond to those comments. Cool, we got health and wealth. That's a great one too. I love that. We all would love our health and wealth, right? Having the health to enjoy the wealth. Cool, anything else from you guys? So tomorrow's the new moon. Write down your intentions, write down the things you want to manifest tonight or tomorrow. And it's just a really good time to do that and get yourself in the energy of manifesting. If you've never really done manifesting or you haven't learned the whole process, I do have an online course that takes you through every step of manifesting. So you can find that on my website, stanzielangtree.com. Or if you want to join in with the group manifesting every week, we're going to be starting up the new mastermind in 3 weeks. So we've got another mastermind session coming up, and that's just super powerful, supercharged. Oh, Joe is manifesting a baby. Wow, I didn't know about that. That's big news. I feel like that's a big leap from when I first met you. So I'm so happy for you. I need an update, girl. That's amazing. Anyone else want to throw anything out there that they're manifesting? All right, well, I'll give you guys another couple of seconds to write it down and share, and we can add some energy to that. But if you're wanting a little more guidance and attention on how to manifest, once again, you've got the online course that is an amazing guide for that, and includes a lot of healing processes as well. So it teaches you how to raise your energy state, how to manifest, as well as how to get clarity on your purpose. So sometimes manifesting is accelerated when we are in alignment with our purpose. So if you're doing something that's not aligned with who you are, then the manifesting takes longer, because the universe wants you to do things that are good for you. So the course is very comprehensive in that way. And then also we've got the mastermind, which is coming up, starting over again in 3 weeks. So if you want to join for the mastermind, you actually get some direct coaching from me. You get an amazing accountability group of people. It's a small, intimate group, and we are manifesting every week, and you're getting a tune-up energetically with me every week. So it's a jam-packed, powerful mastermind. So that's for people who really want to accelerate their progress fast. So that's coming up in 3 weeks, and the mastermind is actually on an early bird special right now. So if you want to get the best price, then I suggest you go sign up as soon as possible, because it's going to be increasing in price, I think in less than a week. So go check that out on my website, or the link is in my bio, stanzielangtree.com. You can join me in the mastermind, or if you want to go on the online course, that's another useful option, or actually both is the best to have. All right, you guys. Well, I'm so excited to share with you more about the updates that are coming up with the music, and I hope you guys are manifesting your dreams into reality, because you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So sending you all lots of love, and if you have any questions or anything you want to chat with me, send me a message and we can talk more about those things. All right, lots of love, and I'll see you next time.